times what happens with women is they get an experience with a guy that's getting money, and they feel that that's where their level is. I had a guy take me to Mastro's one time. I'm a Mastro's girl. No, you just had an experience. You still a girl that's just an average girl. This thing. Have you ever accepted a date from a man that you weren't sexually attracted to?
Of course.
No.
So here we go. That's my point. This is what I want to prove. So
Nobody said you wasn't right.
Oh, so I'm right.
I feel like
we can end the segment now.
I can't sit across from nobody ugly.
Yes, people do go on dates and they have nothing because they were bored. Like, is that wrong?
Yes.
No, men need better discernment to go out with women that actually like them. So why?
See, all right, listen. On the flip side, on the flip side, there's an experience where like you'll meet a girl. And you would talk to her, and you let her know you're not looking for a relationship, and then y'all sleep with each other, and then you like, all right, you kind of want to back off, and now they want to demonize you as a bad person because you quote unquote use them.
Women aren't even sensitive like that anymore. Like,
what are you talking about? Sensitive? What? Y'all live there.
I feel like no, women be having, they be like bad. They be dogging these dudes for real. It's city girls, sexy red, all of that.
Not when you like the dude. When you like the dude, he do that.
Even still,
and you thought that you can use the box to catch his attention, and it didn't work out.
It's never just that. I would.
I'm not saying you do that. I'm just saying, but people do that. I'm not saying you do it.
No,
I'm just saying.
It's never that. Like for
like
all, I think
it's the same way. Like you, so you now as a dude, you know, if you're a little more mature, you know the intention. You know, you might not even sleep with her just because. I'm like,
just want that though. Like
they
there's women that
should
don't
speak
want
up.
no time.
I'm assuming those girls speak up though. That's what I'm saying.
And then the man be like, damn, she didn't even call me back. She didn't even text me she was home. Nope.
Yeah, their energy speaks up. That is exactly it.
Literally.
She's not. My thing is, if you can't pick up on that, same thing with a guy. If he like never asked to take you out, but he's always inviting you over to the crib, then his energy is speaking for him.
Yeah.
If a woman is she'll never text you out or say nothing unless you spent $300 on a date. She ain't, like you said, she didn't let you know that she was home, or she never hit you up unless she's talking about food. Then read the room, like read the energy. It has to be. The blame has to be put on self at a certain point when you keep getting put in the same bad situations. You can't blame how someone else's behavior is, and you have to start like accepting what you deserve and pushing out the stuff that you don't. I'm not even about to tolerate anything like that because what are you even talking about right now? Like, what do you mean? Even back to the chivalry, you can't open the door or you're not going to pay for a first date unless she's doing this, and that. Then no, we don't have to go anywhere, and we can just leave it at that. I'll see you when I see you. But have some standards. Like men and women need to have some more standards.
We definitely do. Men definitely need more standards.
I really
say because men need the standards for not paying that $250.
Well,
that's what they need.
You shouldn't get yourself in that position. Like it's crazy.
I mean, if you make enough bread, to just throw the bread. Then hey, throw the bread. Do your thing.
Trick on her a little bit.
It's all about a dollar sign. At the end of the day, obviously, a man that's got money, he don't care about that $250. Like what?
You know what? I don't think it's about the. I don't think it's about the money. It's the principle. Like sometimes it's not about the
it's
dollar.
definitely about the money because a man, if he's struggling financially, he's not even gonna want to date because he knows he can't even like go out there and do all that. He might want to deal with the girl, but he's not gonna want to date her.
The more money a man
if it's about money, he's not taking you on any date that's worth it going on anyway.
Those are the ones at the house because they know better.
Yeah, the more money he has, the less he's doing.
That's what I'm saying. These celebrities beat these girls in the back of a car.
Alrighty, that sounds
They're not taking you out to eat, bro. They might trick you.
Outside with money to spend.
Okay, there's a difference.
Single men are out here bored with money to spend, and they will absolutely go out.
If Michael B. Jordan wanted to take you to Cheesecake Factory, would you go?
Yes, I love Cheesecake Factory.
So Michael B. Jordan has a lot more money.
There's nothing wrong with
But I love Cheesecake Factory.
But if Daquan,
I'm asking, I'll call Denzel and be like, you want to go to Cheesecake Factory? I'll treat. Like, yes, I love Cheesecake Factory.
She want to impress the nigga and spend on her money.
You're not being honest.
Thank you. She probably not being, that's going to be the honest for you. She's not being honest.
No,
you're not spending your money like that.
I get what you're saying, though. I don't expect somebody who just because they have more money than somebody else that I went out previously, because I'm not going out by money. I'm going out based off of experience or something I like. If you ask me to take me to a Michelin restaurant, but I'm not really into that type of cuisine, or if you want to go to a really fancy seafood restaurant, but that's not what I have a taste for, I really wanted to go to something a little less fancy, we can always do that at a later time. That doesn't mean that it's the end-all be-all, but I want to enjoy the experience. If I got to sit here and listen to a 7-course about stuff I don't want to eat, then I'm actually not really enjoying it. But that could just be me. But I want to go out with somebody because I like the vibe. I'm not trying to go out with it just to see how much money he can spend. That's gonna be a natural reaction because, like I said, I don't do just one part of the date. You're gonna be on 4 dates in one with me. So we'll get to the next coin by the time we hit the next spot, and now we putting, and now we doing this and that. Yeah. So it's not about me trying to count dollars based off of a restaurant. The experience is what's important to me. Are we enjoying each other's company? That's what's important to me. If Michael B. Jordan wanted to go to this restaurant, but I hated everything we were talking about, I'm not interested in going anywhere else.
I'm saying, what's gonna get you out your house? If you walk outside right now and a man approaches you,
fine, handsome man,
and you know that he works at Chipotle. Are you going on it? See what I mean? This is.
Nobody knocking Chipotle, by the way.
No disrespect, nobody. I love Chipotle. I go there every day. Appreciate y'all.
But did I know he went out with Chipotle before he asked me?
You're gonna find out by you're gonna talk to him.
That's
hopefully.
why you shouldn't talk to them.
Right. But did I know that before we went out? If I knew that before we went out, it does not.
But you're not treating. This is the thing. Women aren't treating men in good faith. It's always about what he can do. It's always about the gesture. It's never about the man. It's never about character. It's never about integrity. It's never you fucked him because of his integrity. It's never because you took him seriously because of his character.
We can't buy a house with your Chipotle coins. I'm so sorry.
I don't think
we are compatible.
I don't think it's the money, right? I think it's the ambition. You understand?
Are you gonna stay at Chipotle or are you gonna open a Chipotle?
Like you work at Chipotle, and how old are you? Like that's the best you could do. Like it's more so that like because women love ambition. We like ambition in a woman too. Yeah. So when I find out that she works at KFC, I'm like, When you tell the homies, I'm working out with y'all or whatever. I'm like, yeah, I met this chick, man. She's really cool, but she works at KFC. My man right there is like, oh, she works at KFC, bro. You see how he laughing? Exactly.
You know, it does everything, bro. For working at Chipotle. It does everything.
So it's not about.
But there's nothing wrong with the working job.
Okay, so I don't want you to think. I don't want you to think it's about the fact that she's not going to give him the most just because of where he works at. It's just she's thinking in her head like, dang, you know what I'm saying? His ambitions is low.
But this thing, Ray, most people are average people. Okay. We have conditioned people in society to believe that everybody's special. Most people are regular people. The average salary in America is around $40,000 a year. Most people work at Chipotle. Most people work at TJ Maxx. Most people work at all the stores that you rode past to get down here. That's where most people work. Most people are not these millionaires and these ball players, but we've conditioned. A lot of times what happens with women is they get an experience with a guy that's getting money, and they feel that that's where their level is. I had a guy take me to Mastro's one time. I'm a Mastro's girl. No, you just had an experience. You still a girl that's just an average girl, and this is the problem. Nobody wants to be average anymore. Okay. That's the problem. It's just like,
so what's the intended audience? Because there are women who also, like I work in tech as a project manager. I'm not going to, there's nothing wrong with somebody working at Chipotle, but my thing is there are also people who could, that manager at KFC, that manager at Chipotle might have a little bit more in common than me taking you to some of my corporate events and preferring to date somebody who is in that same type of like.
It depends what outcome you want. Here's the thing.
Right, but I want the outcome that makes sense.
Only 10% of black men make over 100K.
So then my windows are small.
Then you make a small window.
Audience out to white
you want a man that's over 6 feet? That's a smaller window. You want a man that could dress? That's a smaller window. You want a man with a personality? That's a smaller window. You want a man that lives in DC? That's a smaller window.
And I be fine.
You want to make the window so small, and then you get a unicorn, and then you say, well, I'm gonna be traditional when I feel like it.
No,
that's the problem right now with dating.
Because what are you talking about?
I don't think
what do you mean? What am I talking about?
Because my thing is, I already know that my pickings are so slim that like, and I don't date that often or ever. So I take advantage of those opportunities. So when I meet somebody who has a lot going on, like the backgrounds, the goals, they're ambitious, I take full advantage of that. But those are the times why I'm like, okay, we're out. Like, every time somebody's shocked, like, I bring back a surprise shot out of a show of good faith. I didn't have to do that, nor did it really matter with anything. But it was still, like, a nice gesture. And I was like, cool, that's the same thing as, like, on the 4th date, like, you paying for something. But I already know my pickings are slim. So the same way men want to be impressed, too, sometimes.
Yeah, we like flattery.
Like, that is what that is.
But if your pickings are slim, then out the gate, you need to be going hard.
That is out the gate on the 4th date.
No, the 4th date isn't out the gate. That's what I'm saying.
I also think that
she showed up date 1.
I showed up. I told you I got a shot. I always get a shot on day 1.
I think
wow, I'm right there in there.
I think women. I think some women, if they really like you, if they really like you, they'll be willing to work with you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So if she sees you and like she said, you're fine as hell to her, you look real good, you all the physical attributes, but you work at a low level job or whatever the case may be. If you're talking to her and she's talking to y'all on the first date and you're letting her know like these are my ambitions, I have this lined up, I'm gonna try to do this, I'm gonna do that, I think they'd be more willing to work with you. But
so that goes into the point of, we asked this question before on the podcast about women building men. So that goes into like, now she's waiting, she has to work with you and build with you until you reach your purpose or you fulfill your dreams.
Oh, and I don't want to switch this topic. We'll come back to that. Hold that thought.
Can I say something?
Yeah, go for it.
My bad.
No, you good.
Because that's going to go down.
My bad.
Okay, can you just, real quick, just let's circle back. Just give me the gist of your last statement because it gets a little misconstrued.
So the gist of the last statement is, in terms of interactions with men on first dates or first interactions, what's happening is men are saying, I got to put in all this effort, and I don't know when she's going to reciprocate. So men have decided, I'm not going to approach women. I don't want anything to do with women. 63% of men have decided they don't want anything to do with women. They have kind of left the dating
Are they looking
field.
for men?
No, they just like, yo, I'm done with women. Like, it's not for me. So what y'all are kind of saying perpetuates that idea of like, well, once a man does enough, I'll think about it. I'll buy a shot once he paid for 4 Mastro dates.
No, and the first day you get the shot.
Okay, cool. You get one shot. But he's paying a lot, right, in the beginning. He's investing a lot. And what's happening is average men and average women aren't getting together. The divorce rate is the highest that it's ever been. The marriage rate is the lowest that it's ever been. People aren't getting together anymore. Relationships, it's all over the place. So what I'm trying to get y'all to understand is average women and average men aren't getting together, and a lot of it has to do with lack of effort, lack of value, and I'm trying to get y'all to see that. It's not about once he puts in all this work, I'll think about going above and beyond, especially for a man that's like this unicorn that y'all are talking about, especially for a man that's making this money and doing all these things. What do you think? He has options the same way you got options.
Yeah, but that's me. I feel like that's just, it goes into your own, like, how you perceive yourself, because it's like y'all sat here and said that, oh, you date one person, all of a sudden you're a Mastros girl. No, I was already taking myself there. I was already getting myself designer things before he bought me that bag. I already came with these things. So I think you're talking about people that are looking to get their lifestyle upgraded. I'm talking about like the middle class, maybe upper middle class woman that has a nice job, probably paying $80,000 and up, and that's good. Like a single woman with no kids, like that's cool. You know what I mean? So it's like, I'm talking about those women. I'm not talking about Chipotle and KFC. I'm talking about career women with jobs that can afford to choose between men, because it's like, they can take care of themselves. Like women are buying more houses by themselves now. Like a lot of people are just single. So it's just like, it's like a flip of the coin. Like, why does a woman need a man that can't do anything that she's already doing? Like, if you can't even match me, like...
Because women have decided that men are no better than just a bank account. Women don't see men as anything more than just a wallet. There's nothing else that men provide. If I say, what do men provide outside of penis protection and provision, what are you going to say?
Oh,
love don't pay
a lot of things. You know how many things? Oh my God, the good playlist, the vibes. Like, who am I gonna send my favorite tweets to? Like, there's just so many things that I feel like we're bonding on just great